Hi everybody, welcome back. This is Daisy. This tutorial has already been published in my channel, but I had many requests to change the measurements from centimeters to inches. Also, the written instructions were not very easy to read, so I decided to eliminate the lettering instead and give you spoken instructions and details of how to sew a super easy fabric face mask. This face mask will have a filter pocket and nose wire for support. And these are the materials that we're going to need for this project. We're going to need fabric. You may use the fabric of your choice. In my case, I am using 100% cotton, flannel, or polycotton. We're going to need 4 pieces of fabric with the measurements on the screen. And for the ear support, we may use any of these. This time I am using hair ties, elastic ribbon, and paracord. And for the nose support, we may use pipe cleaner or lined floral wire. Also, we're going to need a sewing machine, sewing thread, scissors, pins, clips, a ruler, or a tape ruler. Let's start. I'm going to take the big piece of fabric and I'm going to fold a 1/2 inch hem on top and bottom. Iron it and sew it. If you are using floral wire, fold the ends, cover it with the battling or flannel, and sew around it. Or you may sew around the fabric, leaving one gap on one side, insert the wire, and sew the gap. Let's place it with the design facing down and place the medium piece of fabric on top, 2.5 inches below the top. Fold the bottom and top part and iron, making sure the top is 1.5 centimeters on top of the bottom part. Insert the nose wire and secure it with pins. Sew the top part, leaving 1/2 inch seam allowance. Make sure not to sew too close to the wire. Place the wire in the center and sew both sides so the wire does not move. Now sew the bottom part, leaving 1/2 inch seam allowance, or less if you wish. Fold it in 3 and iron it. Unfold it, find the center, and fold twice above and below, making sure the folds are even. The pleat measures approximately 3/4 of an inch. When you finish with the pleats, make sure both ends have the same measurements, between 2.5 or 2 3/4 of an inch, and sew it, leaving 1/4 of an inch seam allowance. Now I'm going to place the two smaller pieces of fabric on the front sides. Align it on the ends, wrap them around, secure it with pins, and sew it, leaving 1/2 of an inch seam allowance. Now pull the two little pieces of fabric to the sides, align it, and iron it. Then you're going to fold it in two on each side. This is where we're going to insert the elastic or the strings. Make sure the fold in the front measure 1/2 of an inch and the fold in the back side measures 3/4 of an inch. The fold on the back side has to be a little longer than the one in the front. And if you're going to use a hairband or a shoelace or similar, you may sew this part before. And if you're using hair ties, make sure to place them before sewing these parts. This is going to be a hidden stitch, so sew below this folded part. And like I mentioned before, if you are using a lace or a long elastic, you may insert it after sewing using a safety cloth pin. This is an elastic ribbon. I like it because it's very soft. You can find it at any craft store or fabric store. You may sew the ends together or just leave it like that. This one is very elastic, so it's very easy to tie in the back. And these are two other options with the paracord or the hair ties. And here is the pocket. As you can see, it's very easy to insert a filter or even a surgical face mask. This face mask is fitted and I find it very comfortable to wear it for long periods of times. Also, if you don't wish to place the extra layer in between, you may just sew it with 2 layers. I hope you enjoyed this tutorial and don't forget to subscribe to my channel and like my video. Thank you for your visit and I'll see you in my next tutorial.